Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm new here at YouTube and wanted to start this channel based on my journey. So if you're interested in following my VSG, click the subscribe button, hit the like button also, and let's get into it. To you about what VSG is. So VSG is a weight loss surgery. It is vertical sleeve gastric. So basically, it is a form of bariatric surgery, which the surgeon goes in and they alter your stomach. So they cut off about 85% of your stomach, and so they leave you with a pouch that is about the size of an egg. So for me, I went ahead and I started this journey back in 2017, but I did not go through it because I was scared. Um, I told a lot of people back at that time, and I got really discouraged. And so I decided not to do it. So I went on a journey to, like, I'm going to lose weight on my own. I'm going to, start meal prepping. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hire a personal trainer. And I did all those things. And when I did those things, I did lose weight. I lost about 40 pounds just walking each day. And then lowering my intake, so my caloric intake, making sure that I had a caloric deficit. So I went ahead and I did that. I lost 40 pounds. And of course, I wasn't at that time ready to change my lifestyle because this is a lifestyle change. So for all of you who think that, this is a cheating way, I've heard that before where people are like, oh, you cheated, because you got surgery. No, this is very, very hard to do. You hear me? This is very hard. This is a very hard journey. Like, this is really hard. Even to where I've regretted it. So I no longer regret it. So let me say that, but I did regret it. So for all of you, those of you who think that is cheating or feel like you're cheating because you're going to get this surgery, don't feel like that. You have to worry about your health. And so for me, that's what it was. It was me worrying about my health and me dealing with my health issues. And we'll kind of get into that in another video. But I had a lot of health issues that continue to arise. Things like blood pressure, / hypertension, asthma, different flare-ups, digestive issues, and those things did not make me want to stop eating the bad foods, because I hadn't changed my relationship with food. So I had my surgery January 26, 2020. So I am, or should I say my stomach is 6 months old. And so that's how I refer to my stomach when I'm like thinking about what can I eat, soft foods and things. I think about it as my stomach is like a 6-month-old infant, except right now I can I can take in maybe about in one sitting about a fourth cup of food to a half a cup of food, depending on the texture of the food. So if it's something that is like carbs, like rice or something that's a little heavier, that's probably going to be 1/4 cup or less. If it's like seafood, so fish, shrimp, crab legs, I can probably eat about a half a cup of that because it's softer and it breaks down easier. So far, I have lost 55 pounds. When I started this journey, I was 128 pounds. My BMI was 41, and I was considered to be obese. Because I'm only 5'2", I carried most of my weight in my GB area. So I went ahead and made the decision in 2019 to go ahead and restart this journey. So I restarted this journey about October of 2019. Some of the things that I had to do in order to get prepared for this journey was I had to go to physical therapy. because I wanted to get my back. I have back issues also because of all the weight that I carry in the middle. So I wanted to get my back strong enough so that when I'm not working out or exercising during these weeks after surgery, I'm able to sustain and not have so much pain and not be taking medication. The other things that I had to do, which was required by the program, was attend therapy, have psychiatric evaluations. I also had to have a sleep study, to make sure that, I didn't stop breathing in my sleep, which I was, and I was already on a CPAP. And I just had to make sure I took my CPAP to the hospital with me. Also, I had to meet with a nutritionist and a dietitian, because they do two different things. We'll get into that late, in another video also, but I still do meet with both of those ladies, the dietitian and the nutritionist, to make sure that I'm getting everything that I need, especially when you get the surgery. What you eat after the surgery is very much changed, and so you have to make sure that you're getting your protein, and you have to make sure that you're getting, your essential fats and your vitamins, and so that comes in with supplements. After losing 55 pounds, what I do to maintain my weight loss right now, I walk every single day. So right now I'm up to 4 miles a day. So I walk 4 miles a day. I also do personal training 2 days a week. So Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 a.m. I go to a personal trainer for a 60-minute session, and we do weightlifting, we do cardio, we do it's kind of like mind, body, spirit. If you don't know, a lot of the times when we are maintaining weight or holding on to weight, it is based on something that we're dealing with. It is something traumatic that may have happened and we're trying to protect ourselves, or we're depressed and we just stop caring about what's going on the inside, and so we're not taking care of ourselves on the inside, and then it starts reflecting on the outside. So that's what I do to maintain my weight, exercise wise. Food wise, I really don't have a choice because my belly's only 6 months old, so even if I want to eat something, I can't. I don't get dumping syndrome, but what does happen, if I overeat or if I eat too fast, I will regurgitate that food because I can feel it now here in my chest. It'll stop kind of like here, and I can feel it sitting there. And then after a while, you'll feel it going down to your actual stomach. So what'll happen is if I eat too fast or I eat too much, when it sits there, the air that's coming out of my belly just pushes it right back up. And so once you do that once or twice, you learn, because it's not fun. It don't taste good. It's nasty. It makes you not want to eat anything. This surgery has totally changed my relationship with food. I don't even look at food the same. Food to me before was like a celebration. It was like, everything I did, like, hey girl, let's hang out, let's go to the bar, we're gonna get some wings and wine, or hey, let's have book club, but we gonna have food too. Oh, it's such and such's birthday, we about to have a potluck. Everything in my life was surrounded around good food, and my family can cook. So honey, when I tell you I be eating, I was eating, okay? And it reflected. My mind reflected it, my body reflected it, and my health reflected what I was eating. Because what I was eating was not good food as far as healthy food. It was good as far as, it tastes good to the taste buds and all that good stuff, make you want to get up and do a dance, had a Holy Spirit up in here. But, the relationship has now changed. So now to me, food is fuel. Not 100%, because I still crave things and I still eat things because they taste good. But the one thing that I learned in my program was that your first bite should be your best bite, because that may be all that you get. So I always have to evaluate what I'm going to eat. I have to get what I'm craving, because if I don't get what I'm craving, I'm still mentally hungry. Even though I'm not physically hungry, I'm still mentally hungry. So if I want chicken, I'm not going to go get the seafood. I'm going to get whatever it is that I'm craving so that I can help support my journey through this, knowing that I'm limited to what I can take in. Also, I make sure that I get my protein first. So even if I'm eating a stir fry, I will eat the protein out of it first, and then I will go in on the vegetables. And then if I'm done with the vegetables, which I usually don't finish the vegetables, then I can go in on some of the carbohydrates. So that's just kind of how I maintain weight now with exercise and with the diet. A lot of water is essential. And it will seem like it's not a lot of water because you can't take in a lot. You get full very quick, so I can take about 3 gulps of my water. But what I usually do is I just carry it with me everywhere I go. This is not sponsored, but I don't just drink this water. I drink lots of different water. I drink water out the tap too, so I ain't bougie. And we have good water here in my city. So I just like to carry my water with me because I will forget, because I don't get hungry very often, so I'll forget to drink my water, and then you're outside walking, it's hot as hell out there, and then you're dehydrated and you're wondering why you're feeling a certain way or why you're having these hunger pains when you're not really hungry, you're really just thirsty. Well, the next thing is support. So the first time around, I told people that I was getting this surgery, and a lot of people discouraged me from getting the surgery. They would say things like, "Oh, you're not even that big, are you sure? Like, you could just do it the old-fashioned way. You can just do it naturally. Just work out, just change your diet, and all of those things were great advice. I'm not knocking anybody for supporting me, and trying to get me to, do things a different way. It was just that I had done this before. I didn't have a strong enough will and a strong enough mindset to do it without this tool. And so when I got to the point where I was hospitalized twice and the doctors couldn't get my blood pressure under control, I was just like, I got to do something about this quick before something happens to me. I'm a 40-year-old woman. I just have to make sure that I'm here for whatever future there is for me. So I wanted to make sure that when I did this time around, I did not tell a lot of people. I told a handful of people, probably not even 5 people. I told my sister, because she was the person who I elected to come to my surgery with me. So she was there with me for the surgery. After the surgery, she took care of me. I told my aunt, who's like my best friend. Hi, Aunt Jean. So I told her, because that's like my best friend in the whole world, and I tell her everything. And so if anything was to happen to me, I definitely wanted my aunt to know like what I was doing, what I was going through. I know that even if she doesn't agree with what I'm doing, she always comes from a place of love and of non-judgment. And so therefore, I don't care about telling her anything, because I know I'm going to get the real truth, but I know it's not coming from a malicious place, and I know it's coming to me with love and for, what's best for me. So I did tell her. She didn't discourage me or anything. She just, was there for me and that kind of thing. I told 2 of my friends, and one of them, was like, no, don't do it. The other one was like, yeah, if this is what you want to do, I support you. I'm there for you. So after I had the surgery, and people were like, girl, how you lose all that weight? With the pandemic and everything, a lot of people ain't seen you. So then when they finally see you, you have a little Zoom. We had a little Zoom paint and sip, and, your little happy hours and your little house party meet and greets. And I'm like, oh, I had weight loss surgery. I don't care about people knowing that I had weight loss surgery. I just didn't want to tell them in the beginning because I didn't want them to discourage me. But now I don't care. Like, people will say what they want to say. They will make up something. Even if you don't tell them that you had weight loss surgery, there's going to be some people who say, yeah, girl, she got that surgery, girl. That's why she lost all that weight. Even if it wasn't true. But I did have that surgery, girl. And that is why I lost all that weight, girl. And that is why I'm no longer on all of those meds and a CPAP. And that's why I am exercising every day. And that is why I am healthy and no longer having the digestive issues that I had because I had that surgery. And I'm not ashamed of it. And so, support is the best thing that I could have with my family. My family's a very supportive family, and I got a big family. So even those who may not agree that I got it, they don't really say that. They still support me as a person and as someone that they love. Support is very, very, very important on this journey. There are so many things that come up when you have changed what you are doing. So as a kid, I was the chunky kid. I was a little fat girl. I got all the little fat jokes and all of that stuff. And it took a lot to heal from that. However, even though I had went to counseling before, even this is before they even, recommended it, even though I had gone to therapy and figured out some things from my childhood, and I thought that the little girl inside of me was healed, she was not. And that came out when you took food away from her. When you took food away from her, she became a whole different person. I had breakdowns. I was crying. I was regretting the surgery. And I had to deal with those things. So those things that I did not want to deal with, I was forced to deal with because I no longer had food to take my mind away from it. I no longer had food to focus on, to cook these big elaborate meals and invite people over to distract me from what actually I needed to be working on, which was me. It changes your relationship with food because you're forced to. Now you can stretch out your stomach, but is it really worth it? Everything that I've gone through, everything that I've altered, everything that I've learned, it's not worth it. And I have people around me who support me in that. If they see me eating something I'm not supposed to be eating, which I do, I ain't gonna lie, I do. They tell me about myself. They do. They tell me, and I love them for that. I might be mad in the moment because I want that rib.
One rib.
One rib.
I sure am hungry.
But listen here, I am grateful for it because I need to. This is an investment in my health, in my body, in my mental health also. And so, I'm not done. My journey's not done. Even if I stop losing weight today, my journey's not done as far as healing that little girl that's inside of me. And so also, which is really kind of ironic, is I started healing my relationship with money also. I don't know if there's a correlation, but I really started healing my relationship with money and how I view money. And so, we can save that for another video because it was ironic to me that I was able to also change that relationship, not just what I was focusing on with getting my health better, but getting my finances better, and the pieces of my life, the puzzles that did not fit before are now coming together and fitting, and without me having to do it. Like, everything is just aligning. And I know that they say, God does not work in chaos, and I was very chaotic. And so if you like this video and you're interested in continuing to follow me on my journey, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and press that like button, hit the notification so that you know when I post another video. I don't have a video schedule at this time because I'm just getting started. I'm learning the technology and things like that. But I do plan on doing an in-depth what I eat in a week too, so I can take you guys on a journey, what supplements I take, and what macros look like for someone after they've had VSG. So if you like this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. I'm lovely, and have a lovely day. Thank you.